late in the day to have a cackling example because these hens are probably not going to be laying eggs this late in the day. I did have a video on it, but I lost the video, sadly. So that I made earlier in the day, now I don't have it. And basically it was just covering the difference between that typical hen laying an egg and chickens that are actively running away from predators. There's different predator noises. When the predator is so close that the predator has already spotted them, there's no reason for them to be quiet, because obviously their location is already known. They know that when the predator is close enough to be considered an active threat. So anything that they see as an immense threat, they'll make a similar noise that they make when they lay eggs. But it is much less methodical. It doesn't really have a rhythm to it. Now that noise that you just heard was actually one of the noises when they get scared, but sometimes it's just one chicken pecked another chicken's head or something and they're running away. Now I didn't see what was going on over there because I was faced this way, so I don't know. But it sounds almost exactly like when they're laying an egg. The predator is probably only feet away from them, and they're just panicking. And instead of having that, methodical, rhythmic cackling noise or clucking noise that they're doing, it's very erratic. It's a lot louder usually, and instead of just a few hens doing it inside of the coop, where they're laying eggs, the entire flock will chime in. So there's another noise that they make that's sort of a smaller sound before the predator gets real close. There's actually two different noises. There's sort of a really soft, sort of almost whining noise. It almost, to me, sounds like someone letting the air out of a balloon very slowly. Then the other noise is a little bit louder, more along the noise that you would associate with like a growling noise. But it's definitely not anywhere near as loud as the noise that you would associate with the predator being really close and them already cackling. And like I said, there is a huge difference between that cackle that they do when they lay an egg and the kind that, they're in panic mode and running away from predators. Hoping to get these other two vocalizations, alarm calls. There was one right there. I don't know if you could hear it, but it was kind of soft. Our rooster Knox did it just now. I don't think he's going to do it again. So here you have a hen that way far off in the distance. You have a hen that has squatted for Knox and accepted him. He strutted around her, and she squatted. He mounted her, and then he strutted again. Strutting is a really good way of the roosters testing to see whether or not the hens accept them. If the hens do not accept them, they will not squat, and instead they will turn right around and try and peck and kick at the rooster. So in many cases, it's the hen that decides. That was a good one. That noise right there, that's the noise that I was talking about earlier. That is the alarm call. So I hope that I wasn't talking over that too much. But that's the softer noise that they make. Again, it's just kind of, okay, I thought I saw something fly above, or, I thought I saw something, I heard something that's scary, and they don't want to do too much about it. You'll see a lot of the hens will sometimes duck or sort of half cringe a little bit, or startle, because they're getting ready to run if they have to. But you see, this time, there was no real threat. It's just a crow, and actually, you can hear the crow in the background. They're not super worried because I'm out here. And again, it's just a crow, so crow's not big enough to carry off a full-grown chicken. There he made that same sound a third time. They've even made this sound just from butterfly flying over their heads. So they make the sound a lot over the littlest thing. It's just basically a sound saying, okay, there might be some potential danger, watch out. When they actually start being really loud and squawking and cackling, that's when, like I said, there's imminent danger at that point, and they are just panicking. Or they think it's imminent danger. So, now we have a hawk that's also kind of circling. And they will make that noise a lot of times just by not even seeing, but just by hearing the hawk. So now we have a wing flap over there by Raven Wing, our older rooster, associating with dominance. They assert themselves that way. So any chicken that is below them, they will sort of wing flap, and any chicken that is under them in the rank order should respond the opposite way by either preening their feathers, turning their head away, looking the other way, maybe pecking at the ground. Those are all signs of submission. The wing flap is more so a sign of dominance. Again, I'm probably not going to catch everything in this video because I'm trying to wait and just see if something happens. I'm hoping I'll hear that gifting noise. Roosters will often give gifts to their hens as just a part of social interaction. Gets the hens to trust them. It also, just kind of makes that bond a little more. So he is making that sound, but he's all the way over there. And now he's starting to walk to a different area, so I don't know if he's going to make that sound again. I think Knox found a worm or something. Because he was making that gifting noise. I hope one of these roosters do it again. But basically, if they're a good rooster, there'll actually be a gift there. And the hen will come to investigate. Now that was they saw something flying overhead. Sort of alerting call. That wasn't a gifting noise. But, this... Okay, there we go. That was the gifting noise. He thought he might have seen a bug or something, I think. So a good rooster will make that noise and offer the gift for free and then walk away or just kind of stand there. A bad rooster will act like there's a piece of food there or a treat there or something, and then instead of there actually being something there, the rooster will wait for the hen to get distracted. The hen will go and look to see, oh, is it a worm? What is it? I want to know. Is it a piece of corn? And then they'll mount them forcibly, sadly. And now this is strutting. But anyway, they'll mount them forcibly to try and catch the hen off guard with the gifting. So that would be a dick rooster. But all our roosters are gentlemen, so they don't tend to do that. They tend to actually give the gift and then walk away like they're supposed to, and not psych out the hen and trick her. So you see these hens, they're still looking for that grub, still. And he has already walked away. But they saw something. They had to have, because the hens wouldn't be looking that long if there wasn't something there. And the tiniest little bug, something that you can barely see. A chicken has great eyesight. They can see stuff right away. So they're finding something in there. It may be as small as a little teeny tiny gnat or something. So a good rooster is just going to kind of flap his wings every once in a while, assert some dominance, test them a little bit, but he's not going to force anything. And another misconception is that roosters can't live alongside other roosters. No, as long as they're good roosters. We actually have 3 here. Actually, the rule of thumb for farming is about 1 rooster to every 7 hens. We've got 1 rooster to every 10 or 12 hens. The more hens you have, the less likelihood that they are going to fight over hens, and the more, good temperament that your roosters are, the less likelihood that they're going to either harass your hens or potentially fight over hens. So, it depends on the rooster, but now I just missed that. But there's a hen that does not belong to our teenage rooster right here. She does not belong to him, and she not want any part of him trying to mount her. So she chased him away, and she's flapping her wings, saying, "Get off me." So if you have direct eye contact with a chicken, if you are walking directly towards them, because of their own little chicken language, it's kind of similar to dogs, actually, where they don't like staring. They think it's a confrontation. So if you're walking directly towards your chicken and you're staring at them, of course, they're going to probably walk away from you unless they have been extremely used to being handled, like all the time. Kids pick them up constantly, stuff like that. So if you want them not to walk away from you, not to run away from you, just turn around, look the other direction, or look away, look to the ground, look somewhere that's not where they are, and don't try to follow them. Just kind of let them slowly walk up to you if they want to. If they don't want to, then of course they're not going to. But if you have treats or something in your hand, eventually they're going to get interested. So just be patient.